Welcome back to X-Men Classic. This is episode number 16. And in this episode, I'm going over issues 30 and 31. First up, issue 30. And this is the debut of the character known as Warlock. Yep. Book opens up like some mid-60s comics do. Basically, kind of like in the middle of the action. Where they're being attacked by the title character Warlock. Who's an okay villain. And apparently, whatever ray of light is shown in, apparently Jean Grey's mask changes color either from black or... Yeah, it's shown in this panel. Apparently, her mask can either be black or blue. Yeah. And of course, he takes Jean Grey, like, brainwashes Jean Grey, creates some horses, they go flying. Apparently, it's my army a Tommy gun. And then, of course, the issue deals with the character's kind of origin story. Apparently, he was known as Merlin the Magician. Of course, he recaps some of the events that happened in issues Thor 96 and Thor and number 2. I think that's probably Journey to Mystery number 96, not Thor 96. They just probably wrote in there because the series probably had changed name to Thor. And apparently, the guy had been frozen. Of course, Xavier takes him. It's like we're like it's like what happened? Yeah. Yeah, and of course, this character goes around does whatever he wants. He just controls the X-Men. The X-Men just spends pretty much almost the entire issue trying to fight him. And in the end, they actually do defeat him, in a way. Yeah. Do I keep thinking, though, did I miss something here? Like, when the heck did they decide to take on the Warlock? Because... apparently he's some new mutant, and they capture him at the end. But it's a weird issue. It's like this issue doesn't get proper explanation like what goes on. And of course, it cuts over to, and then we cut over to issue number 31, which is the debut of this new character known as Cobalt Man. He's a lot more interesting than Warlock. He's a bit more interesting because Warlock is not a new character. Apparently, he's a character already in the Marvel Universe at this point. Yeah. And of course, he has to do some training exercises. And they mentioned that Mimic has once again lost his powers and he's returned to college. Okay, fine. And of course they just do whatever they want. They go out and meet up with Jean Grey, and of course they go do whatever. Of course, one guy basically is knocked out cold. Yeah, apparently gets a concussion. Of course, we get a new character, Candace Southern, Angel's first known girlfriend in the X-Men comics. Yep, first known girlfriend. Yep, and of course you got this one character who creates sort of a he creates an armor that's sort of like a Iron Man ripoff, except being like gold or red and gold. He's more of a dark blue and light blue. And he goes out, apparently he gets his head knocked, and apparently he goes crazy. Apparently because he's exposed to his helmet for so long, he goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Kind of like the Guardsman, in a way. Oh, I just noticed, though, apparently the artist is showing off more skin for Jean Grey. This I think not showing for cleavage, but apparently they're allowed to open up her costume a lot more for some reason. Yeah, for some reason they're allowed to do that. Yep. And of course the X-Men fight him. Of course, only a couple of the X-Men do fight him. Of course, some of the X-Men just do off whatever they want for their dates. And of course they rush off and try to take up this new threat. And of course you have Iron Man, the real Iron Man, Tony Stark, making a cameo appearance in this issue. Yeah, Cobalt Man Tennessee wants to fight Iron Man so badly, and yet Iron Man shows up makes a cameo appearance. His only cameo appearance in the issue. And this right here, this panel right here I just showed you, guys, is that this is the first ever appearance of Iron Man in an X-Men comic. Yep. And of course, all the X-Men team up and they fight him, and they have his brother sort of have a way to defeat him, and they eventually defeat him. Of course, the issue basically, apparently they get him free from his little out of control helmet, and then the issue ends very nicely. They like this character Ted Roberts. Apparently, he was the one who was uh apparently he's the brother of the Cobalt Man. Now I don't know if he go. I don't know if remember he comes back. I have to check next issue when I get a chance in my hands when I hold up the next book. But the issue ends pretty nicely. Of course, Jean Grey wonders, does Ted Roberts know that Jean Grey is Marvel Girl? But yeah, two pretty good issues. Warlock, that issue 30. It's like, did I miss an issue? It's like, what the heck, Roy Thomas? Did you just decide to cut and middle the action, not flashback exactly what happened prior to this? You did with issue 27, yet you couldn't do with issue 30? I'm like, what the heck was this? I mean, the whole issue was simply the X-Men fighting Warlock. That's simply where it is. And apparently he's kind of an obscure villain. I mean, who knows this character Warlock, who is also known as Merlin the Magician? Coleman was a lot more interesting of a villain of these two issues, but of the two issues, I gave issue 30 because it's still a pretty entertaining issue, but it's like, when did we get here? Because it's missing some stuff. I'm going to give issue 30 a 8 out of 10. It's still a pretty enjoyable issue, but it's just that when did the X-Men get here? That's my big question for this. 30 I give a 9 out of 10. It's a much more enjoyable issue. Okay? So that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which should be episode number 17. So until then, see you there. Bye.